Yes, sorry, Hila, this is
Yes.
why I raise a hand, just to tell you that will be in 1 minute, we have to restart. And Alina have sent the link, so everybody will enter through the same link. Before everybody enters, can I ask you a question here?
Sure.
Just to test my understanding, to be clear. So, the professional committee, let's assume ICF, it's a country, yeah? And the professional committee, I would describe as a parliament. Yeah, they will make the rules, they will make the laws, they will pass on the strategic ways, and the events and competition, there should be the government, yeah, to execute those laws, to execute those regulation.
It's very important to keep the role and to keep the working method, since when we come to the competition, all the team from all over the world, they will know how to play according to the same rules, to the same methods. And in order to do that, we need somebody to make it like a balance and fits for all. That's the reason it was very important to establish first this professional committee with a representation from all over the world to agree for the rules and the rules of the game, and to keep it internationally. The event and competition, that is the reason for the players to want to play according to these rules, and in order to be able to meet with each other on the field and play the same game. So that's the reason those two committees are very important and needs to work together and to be in a coordinating coordinate the work between the competition and the professional committee. And that is the reason that Shiraz actually is the secretary of both committees. So everything will be on the table. Nothing will be like we misunderstand something or we didn't know. It needs to be together. So for now, because the organization is start to growing, my role is, of course, voluntary to be the president of the ICF. And there is no CEO right now. But for the vision, I wrote it because it's very important that will be a CEO in the when we will be able to find someone that will even get paid for that, because CEO is a working place and it needs to be only for that. But I wrote it because it's very important to have this person. Executive board, we have the executive board that each continent has its presentation. It's 7 members, and the vice president, which is now Ilanit, that she is also on the board of the Israeli Federation. So professional committee and events, as I said, it's actually the chairman here is Moran, Dr. Moran Betzer, and here is Rado. Rado will lead this committee. So the game, I will go here very fast because everyone knows the sketchball, but it's a recreational and competitive activity that enhances fitness and brings women together of all ages. Participating in the game requires no prior sporting experience. As I said before, catch and throw the ball. It's like volleyball, but there are essential differences. Instead of bumping, setting up, and spiking the ball, players catch the ball and throw it to a teammate or the opponent. I will go here very fast because you know the rules already, but it's 2 teams of 6 players. A team can touch the ball up to 3 times on each side of the net. And then a team wins the match if it scores 2 sets of 25 points. fun to know. Catchball leagues offer playing levels from beginners to professionals. Here in Israel, we have also the 10 to 18 years of age without sports background can also enjoy catchball and play in youth leagues. And for my opinion, these youth leagues are very, very important. So even if you start with the women, it's very important to do also for the girls, because those girls will be the future women for catchball. And I can tell you that from my experience, if you have your team with women, you can ask those women to go to their girls' school and to try to gather some girls to come even for the training, to watch their mom playing. And then they will be exposed to this game. And it's very good to have this age to start also to bring some teams. We can also make some leagues for those age, and it can become like a family game. The mom and her girls come and play catchball. And it's really, really good experience here in Israel. There is also this issue that is very important for the women, that athlete safeguarding policy in place, ensuring a safe and effective environment to play in sport, promotion of practices that contribute to safety, healthy, and well-being, and protection from symptoms of abuse and neglect. This is something that is a big issue for women in all aspects in the world, and we can handle that also in catchball. So as I said, 24 engaged countries around the globe. Catchball is a link between countries, culture, and religions. And I won't play this movie. I like it very much. You can get the link from Mario for me, or if you go to our website. If you want to establish a new team, it's very, very recommended to show this 5 minutes movie, and everybody will get to know how to play catchball. ICF also respond to the pandemic. We want that the games and training will be safe. So please, for me and from everyone that is leading those teams, keep the rules. So prepare before the play. Hygiene and sanitation are very important. Clean after the game, the ball, the field, everything. And if you feel not good, keep away from the other team. When it's needs, put a mask. Of course, when we are playing, we don't need to put the mask, but still, just keep the rules. So in the end, we can even control this crisis, COVID-19. And this is something for the end. Like I hope that because the tournament in Elite that was already canceled the last 2 years, but this is the big event that everybody come to Israel, to the beautiful Eilat, and have this enjoyment of sun, sand, sport, and culture. Let's hope that 2022 will be better for us, and we can all meet in Israel here in Eilat. And that's it. Thank you for listening from what I have to say. And if you have any questions, just let me know.
Yeah, I have one question. What is driving you to spend your free time and resources in developing this very, very special sport? What's the driver? Why do you do it?
Okay, so this is a very complicated question, because I have so many answers for that. You know, it's not only one reason, but I can tell you that I came from the Olympic movement. I used to be in the Israel Olympic delegation as a deputy chef de mission for the last 4 Olympic Games, from Athens till Rio. And I actually was involved in the achievement sport that is for the best, not for all, sport for the best.
Performance.
And performance, and this is something different, because in the end of my career there, I stopped working in the Olympic Committee in 2017 after the Rio Olympic Games, when I was very involved in the winning of 2 medals in judo. I start to read a lot about Olympism and about the philosophy of the Olympic Games with Pierre de Coubertin. And I was surprised to know that even though that I was 22 years in this area, I never understood that the whole reason for this Olympic Games was not this only 2 weeks celebration and festival. The philosophy is a way of life, is a way that we need to be active and to do sports, and it needs to be as education. Pierre de Coubertin, more than more, he was an educator. He used the Olympic Games just to make like a window for this world, but his intention was to give sports for the youth. He was very impacted from the England school that put sports in school. And these days, I'm still in Cologne University in Germany, doing my research in sport education. And this is my PhD, and this is my professional. So actually, I just turned 180 degrees and went from the achievement sport and Olympic sports to education. Sport education, that it's more sports for all and not only for the best. And one of the values of the Olympism, there are 3 actually values: friendship, respect, and excellence. And the difference between these 2 words is the excellence. When we are talking about Olympic Games, we are talking to be the best in the world. And there are only few percentage in the world become medalists, Olympic medalists. But when we are talking about excellence in the sports for all, like catchball, I'm not expecting anyone here, no women or no girls, to be the best in the world. I just want them to pursue for excellence regarding to themselves. They don't need to be better than one of the other in the team. They need to every day pursue to be better than they were yesterday regarding to themselves. This is the main difference. And because I really believe in that, and I really believe in sport as a way of life, I really believe in sport education, that sports give us values for life, life skills, and helps us to be better, not only in sports. Sports, you take all these values and characters that you gain from sports for your daily life. You will be better in study in the university. You will be better in school if you are a girl. You will be better in your career, in your job. You will be better even at home. You will become a model. And because of that, I think I really find this catchball, especially catchball, brings everything together. So it's take the women, which I'm a woman, and it's take them as a team, playing in a team, become friends, know how to cooperate together and become better and better, and give the sports as a way of life. So this is my philosophy, and it's really correlates with what catchball is represent for. I hope for you too, not only for me.
Excellent. This is an inspiration for a lot of people, I believe. So unless by any chance Dror has finished the game, so he can enter with us, if he is still okay, or shall I continue?
Radu?
Yes, please.
Unfortunately,
Oh, sorry.
you can hear me?
Yes, I can.
Unfortunately, Doro wouldn't be able to join us. He just sent me a message.
No problem.
And I want to add something to what Hila said.
Yes.
Here in Israel, I have sort of a business through Catchball. And my logo and my motto is "Be Your Best." And I think this is what's happened in Catchball. And to be your best is what Hila talked about, okay? It's not to be the best in the world, it's to be your best, okay? And every day you can change something and to be your best. And another thing that it's really interesting that's happening, women in the young ages didn't do any competitive sports, didn't do enough group sports, okay? And now, as an adult, they are exposing to this kind of life that they didn't know. And one of the interesting things that happens on the court is that every problem that you have, it's on 200%, okay? Every problem that you have with yourself, you can't run from it. It's happening and it's really, really loud, okay? And the court, as I see it as a philosophy, this is the place to work on yourself. This is the place that you can't run from your problems. And you have to be there and to solve it with other partners. And this is amazing. This is why I also do it. This is why it's so thrilling to see women solve their problems, to see they are growing as a person. And this is amazing. This is amazing.
So this is Catchball Mania, yeah?
Yeah.
This is how you come into it. Good. Now I have just 6 minutes to go very quickly through Erasmus Plus sport events. So we keep our agenda to start discussing about what's happening across the globe. So Erasmus Plus, Erasmus is a European Union funding program that is giving money to develop cooperation between different countries using sport as a tool for social integration. There are different value of the grants. They start from 60,000 euro, they can go up to 1 million euro. And normally it's a consortium created by 3 to 5 countries. And I'll just go through some of the events that we already prepared under this program. It's all based on our company, which is Corporate Games. And the concept is quite nice. It's like Eli, in a way, it's an Olympic game, but instead of countries, we have companies in our events. And we have the celebration like everywhere else. But we move this concept and use it for children. Because sport events, as Hila said, I believe, is starting at the young age when the kids are in school. And it needs to be sort of adapted to them. So sport is coming something secure, is something fun, is something where they learn fair play and responsibilities. The role is very different. It starts from building self-esteem to the kids, to teamwork. They understand that the kids should give community social integration opportunity, but also what's quite important to see in my presentation is to promote new sports and to use Catchball in children's sport program in order to say, hey, listen, this is a new sport. Everybody starts from the same situation, from scratch. So there are no more unbalanced, very skilled basketball or volleyball players. So Catchball offers an opportunity. Our events are split into 3 areas, which first is pre-event, when we do all the posters, flyers, social media, we build up to the event. We invite the participants, let them know what's happening. Then we go to the registration. We have a system, an informatics system called Sport for Life, where you get all the data from the participants and issue automatically reports and confirmation. And last but not least, in the pre-events, we do the scheduling. We program who's playing who, when, and where on each pitch. After this period training, we go to the competition, and then again, 3 stages. We need, first of all, whenever it comes a validation to be sure that the people or kids that are playing are exactly the one who registered. Then you have the officials, the referees, the volunteers to manage the competition. And in the end, we offer the results and the medals and the awards, and we assure the fair play is celebrated. But after the events, maybe the most important part of the job, because we have to disseminate, we have to give information about what's happening. Everybody knows, they feel proud. We give the results brochure and the diplomas. The first project we've done was called Parenting for Sport, and I'm sure Alina remembers it, 2017, 2018. It was a project about creating a link between corporate people and very poor, underprivileged people, like we have gypsies in Romania. And the idea was that the kids will see a different parental model and like to change their life, but also the corporate will start to understand the value of the concept of volunteering, and they need to give something back to the society. So what we've done, we created a sport event where we put together one volunteer, one adult, and the rest of the team would have been just for kids. We have 8 kids from different schools in Bucharest. And we chosen 4 sports to compete: running, basketball, catchball, and football 6. And we can see some pictures of images from the event. Everybody extremely happy. We have a lot of friendship, and we had introduced new things like whenever there was a football match and one of the teams scored, both teams have to go to the center and brace each other and celebrate the joy of sport. It's not one defeating the other. And like Ila said, it's important to participate, not only to win. That's a big thing. So then we have a very nice celebration. I'm sure a lot of people remember, with the awards and kids getting on the stage, actually being rewarded for making sport. The other project, which I thought is relevant for today, was called No Violence in Sport, Novice. And this was all about educating everybody about the true sports culture. Everybody means the children, the coaches, the teachers, the managers, because in the heat of the sport events, we forget that it's all about partnership, we forget about the values, and sometimes it became violence. The same concept we had for 3 days, events in running, basketball, catchball, football, and girls and boys, yes. It was hosted by an international school, Morif in Bucharest. They had a huge, very nice facility. It was actually December, a bit challenging on football, but still a lot of fun, a lot of rewards, and everybody very happy. So this is the project, and I wanted to bring it up too, because I'm sure we will be able to do something in the coming year under the values of empowering women through sport. And then we're going to look into developing catchball as one of the tools for this. And then we'll have probably other countries involved in this. So if you have any questions about Erasmus Plus or European funded product, please address them to me or Alina. Also, we'll be very happy to find out what's happening in your territory and what's happening with catchball in your country and the neighboring country. So according to my agenda, I would like to start with Israel to tell us something about how is the leagues organized there and how are the events organized. And then I will invite India to tell us something about it, followed by Romania, by Ms. Adriana Kazaku. So Shiraz, I think, or Hira, whoever you decide, one of you maybe can present a little bit how is the competition of catchball structured in Israel.
So Hilai, do you want me to take in charge? Okay. So here in Israel, I will talk about the Israeli Federation. Okay, it's called in Hebrew Igud HaKadoreshet. There are a lot of organization here in Israel for catchball, but I will talk about the Israeli Federation. Okay, And here in the Israeli Federation, at the moment we have, after COVID, there was a really high blow, let's say like this, and a lot of teams have been apart from each other. And at the moment we have 200 groups. They are separated into different leagues. Okay, we have 12 teams in the first league. Okay, and we also have the second league. We have like 4 leagues. Okay, they are under the federation. Okay, the Israeli Federation, and we have another leagues. Okay, they are more community leagues. Okay, they are still under the Israeli Federation. Okay, but they are more governing themselves. Okay, but still under the regulation of the Israeli government federation, and under the regulation I said, and the rules and everything. So we have 4 different leagues. Wait a second. Wait. Sorry. So we have 4 different leagues, 12 teams on this first league, and we have 3 leagues on the second league, the north of Israel, center and south, and we have also we have a third league that is also, we have a lot of leagues. We have a lot of leagues and we have a lot of teams. And one of the key points in the Israeli regulation, the Israeli Federation, is that every team is it's a private team. Okay, so we can gather all of the most valuable players. The excellency is really high because of this. Okay. Because other organization here in Israel, I have a certain regulation about who can play and who gonna be in the team. And in the Israeli Federation, everybody can play and everybody can join and establish a team. And this is a party. This is a party of excellence. Okay. And it's really nice to see it, and the professionality of the first league is so high and so beautiful. And
I know I've seen your teams. Yeah, very, very, very well trained. Yeah. So my understanding is you have several leagues, and then you have a tournament in Eilat. That's the competitional system, and probably you have 200 teams, or you had this was the right number.
We had more than 300.
Right.
Yeah, and COVID-19 has given us a blow, but at the moment we have 200 teams. As every country.
Is it fair to say that this is most preferred women's sport in Israel, do you think?
Of course. This is. We have the most players. We have the most participants here in Israel for women. Yeah, it's
that's fantastic for all of us, because this is towards that area we move. Yeah. Okay, excellent. Now, if we can have some news from India. Mr. Khan is excusing himself. He cannot participate. He's caught in another conference. But we have here Ms. Richa Jadon. And please, Richa, open your mic. Hello. So nice to see you.
Hello, everyone.
Here. Can you be so kind to tell us a few words about catchball in India? How you feel it? How is it?
First of all, hello, everyone. And warm welcome to all who are present here from different countries. It is my pleasure to have you all in this meeting. And myself, Richa Jadon, coordinator of Federation of Catchball India. I am working as a part-time coach in university. So before saying anything, I will introduce the committee member of India. The secretary of Federation of Catchball is Honorable Mr. Wasimullah sir, who is also present in this meeting, and the president of Mr. Gangadhar sir, and the vice president is Mrs. Rakesh Vedi. So this game is really very good for general fitness of
If you can, please send us all these details on an email later on. This will be very good for us to create a full picture of India. So I'm very happy you have a Cashball Association well structured. Yes?
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Perfect. Please.
Our committee is working well planned manner for future in CIF. So our main aim to spread this game in all over India at a large platform like universities, schools, colleges, and clubs, etc. So we are working for that. And recently, our national is going in Goa also, and it was started yesterday, and still it is going. So also and beside this, we have around 50 clubs in India in different states, 3 to 4 clubs. 50.
Wow.
50. Yeah.
Great.
And 3 to 4 clubs in each state.
Where?
4 to 5 clubs in each state.
Okay. In each state.
Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes.
And that's all.
Do you play like in a league on a regular basis every month?
No, sir. As I told you, I'm working in university as a coach, and I taught students the catch ball.
Nice. Very nice.
Sir.
Very nice. And where are you located? In which town in India? Because India is a huge country.
I live in Agra.
Agra, okay.
City.
And the headquarters of the association is also in Agra, or is in another city?
Yeah, sir. Agra.
In Agra.
It is in Agra.
Excellent. Welcome. I'm looking forward to meet you at one of our events. Thank you very much for joining us. And now I'd like to move to my favorite country, to Romania. And we have the captain of one of our champions. Actually, the team that last won our competition, Miss Adriana Cazacu, from a team in Romania, which has a very simple name. I'm sure you'll all understand it. It's called Bum Bum Tunari. You know what's Bum Bum.
Yeah, so Bum is easier to remember. It comes from the name of our small town, which would be translated as the people that actually use a cannon. So then it's the boom boom, like the sound. So that's why we are called like this. And thank you, Mr. Radulescu, for inviting me. I heard a lot of interesting information, and it makes me very happy to see that everywhere in the world, there are a lot of people that fight to make this sport famous and to attract women of all ages. Because not only in Romania, I think everywhere, women are already quite powerful. So empowering them further is just a normal process, because making sports, it makes you feel good, it makes you happy, and in the end, it empowers you. Catchball has a few advantages over other ways of practicing sports. Going forward, I would like to quickly share with you my own experience with catchball. It started 2 years ago when I joined Bum Bum Tunari. I think, per my knowledge, it was not very long after this sport was introduced in Romania. We quickly grew to be a real team with organized training sessions, with trainer, with captain, first aid responsible. We have Facebook presence. It was our way of lending a hand to corporate games and to Mr. Radulescu in their efforts to promote catchball in Romania. The great advantage for me, and I think many of my colleagues can say the same. It was to enter a community of mostly women, coming from very, very different professional areas, and ranging in age from very young to still young, I might say. Being a team sport, catchball is also a great networking tool. So the competitions give us the opportunity to communicate, to share experiences and information, to bond. So even though the catchball teams in Romania are very competitive and well-trained, at the end of an event, we sit together, we congratulate each other, have a friendly chat. So we can say catchball teaches us how to win and how to lose, especially because it was mentioned also before, we have players, or there are players that never played the team sports in the past, or maybe not even practiced sports. So we are all kinds of people. It's good to learn what competition is and what fair play means, regardless of your age, of your gender, or of your background. For us, catchball brought us together not only in this sport, but also in other areas, in social activities, in fundraising activities. We had nights out or various actions for environment protection. So I think the impact of catchball coming to Romania and women starting to build teams had an influence in other areas as well. Only advantages, I might say. During these very hard times of the pandemic, everyone's efforts in Romania to make this sport known were slowed down. I think everywhere was the same, with only few competitions. The people that were, well, they acted cautiously when it came to group gatherings. We at Boom Boom, we tried to keep the spirits up, to post regularly from our trainings and to call upon women to try catchball out, although it seems at times quite an impossible endeavor. Okay, I think I would just like to end by saying that catchball can offer new, beautiful friendships, a very diverse and amazing community. And on top of all of this, it keeps you healthy, fit, and active. And thank you, Corporate Games, for all the opportunities we had to practice this sport.
Thank you, Adriana. It was really nice. We will have to re-enter in a couple of seconds because of 40 times it's striking again. So please click on the link so we re-enter for the last part of our meeting. Just to end on the note that in Romania we have approximately 10 teams before the pandemic. And now we are looking forward to rebuild this community. We have 3 regular events during Corporate Games, which is a winter one in Brasov in January, end of January, June one in Bucharest, and in September one on the seaside as summer games. And we have set up last year a Romanian Catchball Association, a legal entity that will develop this sport. And we are looking forward to restart our league. We have our first league 2 years ago. And now we are just trying to reconnect and try to restructure